All right, this one's titled Blackadder's Best Insults by Nationality. So the title had me curious. I was like, all right, fun. Insults by nationality. I'm down for it. And then I clicked on the video just for about 5 seconds just to see kind of what it was. And I see the only name that I know him as, which is Mr. Beans. Okay, so I know him by Mr. Beans. This is Blackadder. I'm assuming he has a real name, right? Like Mr. Beans or Blackadder. He's probably playing a character here, right? I gotta really look it up. Hold on. Okay, so a quick little check with AI. The actor who plays Mr. Bean is Rowan Atkinson. I don't know how it took me 34 years to finally know his real name, but all right, so this one came in as a recommendation, Blackadder's Best Insults by Nationality. Let's just dive into this one. Hopefully it's good. Russians.
Oh, no, the bloody Russians are pulled out of the war.
Well, we soon saw them off, didn't we, sir? Miserable, slant-eyed, sausage-eating swine.
The Russians are on our side.
God. What happened to comedy?
The Russians are on our side.
All right, Americans.
So the show's cancelled. Permanently.
But what about the men's morale, sir, with the Russians out of the war and everything?
Oh, for goodness sake, Blackadder, have you been living in a cave? The Americans joined the war yesterday.
So how is that going to improve the men's morale, sir?
Oh, because, you gibbering imbecile, they've brought with them the largest collection of Charlie Chaplin films in existence.
Charlie Chaplin films? What? All right. Okay, let's move on to the next one. There's a lot.
In existence.
George, are you trying to tell me that you are the General's perfect woman?
Well, yes,
oh boy.
I rather think I am. I'm going to marry her on Saturday, and I want you to be my best man.
Okay, this has been... This was made a while ago, obviously.
I'm going to marry her on Saturday, and I want you to be my best man.
I don't think that would be a very good idea, sir.
And why not?
Because there's
Here it
something
comes.
wrong with your fiancée, sir.
Oh, my God, she's not Welsh, is she?
Have you ever been to...
Or the Welsh, like, I don't even know. I don't know the context of dogging on the Welsh like that, but... There's so many things I want to say, but I can't.
Oh, my God,
I'll get in
she's
trouble.
not Welsh, is she?
Have you ever been to Wales, Warren?
No, but I've often thought I'd like to.
Well, don't. It's a ghastly place. Huge gangs of tough, sinewy men roam the valleys, terrifying people with their close harmony singing. You need half a pint of phlegm in your throat just to pronounce the place name.
What did he just say?
Terrifying people with their close harmony singing. You need half a pint of phlegm in your throat just to pronounce the place name. Never ask for directions in Wales, Baldy. You'll be washing spit out of your hair for a fortnight.
Oh, gosh. Oh, the French. What is this show? I gotta know what this show is. Blackadder's Best Insults. This seems like mid-90s, maybe? I'm assuming.
My Lord Emperor, I, the Duke de Darling, bring news. The English have reached Waterloo. Good, prepare to attack. Very well. But first, I would like to ask, why do we want to invade Britain in the first place? I mean, their wine is made of the pee-pee of cows, and their women all have big beards. We invade, darling, because the British think they are so tough. They think we French are sissies. They call us weeds and whoopsies and big girls' blouses. With respect, my emperor, we are whoopsies. We invented the tapestry, the souffle, and the sweet liqueur. We will be slaughtered the minute we mince up the hill. Do not despair. It is my firm belief that God hates the British. He will...
The accents, I can't. They're like trying to do a French accent because I'm assuming these are all English, right? English actors.
Do not despair. It is my firm belief that God hates the British. He will intervene miraculously and send us a glorious victory on this field of Waterloo. Oh, bravo! They're lovely uniform
my
today, by the way. Oh, thank you. I think it works.
There have been subversive mutterings amongst the men. You'll recall the French army last year at Verdun, where the top echelons suffered from horrendous uprisings from the bottom.
but surely that was traced to a shipment of garlic eclairs.
It seems like someone's like recording this on the TV, so it's so muffled it's hard for me to hear. Turn spatial awareness off. That might help.
Top echelon suffered from horrendous uprisings from the bottom.
Yes, sir, but surely that was traced to a shipment of garlic eclairs.
Hi, good morning, Miss Biggins.
Bonjour, monsieur.
What?
Bonjour, monsieur. It's French.
So is eating frogs, cruelty to geese, and urinating in the street. But there's no reason to inflict it on the rest of us. I'll have a cup of coffee and some shepherd's pie, please.
We don't serve pies anymore. My French clientele consider pies uncouth.
I hardly think that a nation that eats snails and would go to bed with the kitchen sink if it put on a tutu is in any position to preach cuteness.
If you would excuse me a moment.
Of course, of course.
The French one is obviously the longest. I'm assuming that English people like dogging on the French the most, because this is like the third or fourth clip on the French.
Position to preach cuteness.
If you would excuse me a moment.
Of course, of course. Now I've got my lovely fire. I'm as happy as a Frenchman who's invented a...
Hold on. Before we go any further, where do I know this guy from? He was the one that was in the clips earlier. Oh my gosh, I love him. He's such a good actor. What is his name? What did I see him in? Tons of movies when I was a kid. He's great. All right, sorry I had to stop it. I just realized that I recognized him.
Of course, of course. Now I've got my lovely fire. I'm as happy as a Frenchman who's invented a pair of self-removing trousers.
It's the latest issue of
Self-removing
King and Country.
trousers?
Oh, damn inspiring stuff. The magazine that tells the Tommies the truth about the war.
Or alternatively, the greatest work of fiction since vows of fidelity were included in the French marriage service. I don't believe
All right, dude, just dogging on the
German prison
French.
cell. For 2.5 years, the Western Front has been as likely to move as a Frenchman who lives next door to a brothel. And last night, the Germans advance a mile and we land on the wrong side. Bill, mate, we're both working class. We both
Just
hate
keeps
these
going.
rich bastards. I mean, come on, me old mucker. Just let me go. You've got nothing against me.
On the contrary, I hate you English with your boring trousers and
Boring trousers.
your English with your boring trousers and your shiny toilet paper. Your ridiculous preconceptions that Frenchmen are great lovers. I'm French, and I'm hung like a baby carrot at a couple of people. Farewell, old mucker. And death to the Aristodes!
Death to the Aristodes! Shut up, mouse brain.
All right.
She's famous for having the worst personality in Germany. And as you can imagine, that's up against some pretty stiff competition.
You know what's so crazy is if you would have asked me like a year ago, if I would have saw that clip, I wouldn't have understood what he was saying. But now I finally get it.
And as you can imagine, that's up against some pretty stiff competition.
Now then, soldier. You looking forward to giving those Frenchies a damn good licking?
No, sir. It's the Germans we should be licking, sir.
Don't be revolting, Dave. I wouldn't lick a German if he was glazed in honey.
I've heard what these Germans will do, sir. They'll have their wicked way with anything a woman born.
Well, in that case, Baldrick, you're quite safe. However, the Teutonic reputation for brutality is well-founded. Their operas last 3 or 4 days. And they have no word for fluffy.
I'm Oberleutnant von Gerhard. I have a message from the Baron von Richthofen, the greatest living German.
Which, considering his competition consists entirely of very fat men in leather shorts burping to the tune of She'll Be Coming Round the Mountain, is no great achievement.
Oh, gosh.
The war started because of the vile Hun and his villainous empire building.
George, the British Empire at present covers a quarter of the globe, while the German Empire consists of a small sausage factory in Tanganyika. I hardly think that we can be entirely absolved from blame on the imperialistic front.
Oh, is he
no,
wearing?
no, sir, absolutely not. Man's a bicycle.
And no casual girlfriends.
Skirt? Ha! If only. When I joined up, we were still fighting colonial wars. If you saw someone in a skirt, you shot him and nicked his country.
Oh, God.
And yet, sometimes you sound as if you very well haven't enjoyed soldiering at all.
Well, you see, George, I did like it back in the...
I remember seeing him in Stuart Little. That's what it is. I watched that movie a ton when I was a kid. I was like, where? I watched that movie so many times.
You very well haven't enjoyed soldiering at all.
I'm gonna go back just a little.
And yet, sometimes you sound as if you very well haven't enjoyed soldiering at all.
Well, you see, George, I did like it. Back in the old days, when the prerequisite of a British campaign was that the enemy should, under no circumstances, carry guns. Even spears made us think twice. The kind of people we like to fight were 2 feet tall and armed with dry grass.
Oh, now, come off it, sir. What about Mboto Gorge, for heaven's sake?
Yes, that was a bit of a nasty one. 10,000 Watusi warriors, armed to the teeth with kiwi fruit and guava hard. After the battle, instead of taking prisoners, we simply made a huge fruit salad.
How lucky you English are to find the toilet so amusing. For us, it is a mundane and functional item. For you, it's the basis of an entire culture.
See, this is interesting. There appears to be a large orange hedge moving towards us.
That's not a hedge, Consul. That's the Scots.
Oh my God. And then this actor right here, I've seen him in tons of stuff too. V for Vendetta, right? Which is like one of my all-time favorite movies. And yeah, he's in that. He's in something else too. All right, that was pretty funny. I gotta, like, all three of these actors, I absolutely loved, like, my entire life. I had no idea that this show even existed. I should, like, I don't know, I should check it out. I don't even know where I would be able to find this, but okay. I'll go ahead and head out. That was funny. Thanks for the recommendation. I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.